Hey friends, welcome to Mr. Mark's Classroom. My name is Mark Jones and I want to give you a great autumn idea that really will work great as you're leading up to Thanksgiving because it's about giving thanks. And we even put it on here, give thanks, Psalm 107:1, and it's all here, but we used a simple like a jar like you would have pickles or maybe even mayonnaise or something in, but I chose an ivy jar to do this one. But using Mod Podge, listen, this stuff is great when you're wanting to decoupage. It's so easy to work with. Provide the kids with some of this and a foam brush, and they just put on a little. The last thing you want to do is like coat the whole thing, because then it'll dry before you could get all the pieces. So beforehand, we started by tearing a bunch of these little pieces of tissue paper on here, so I've got lots of little strips of tissue paper ready to go onto our jar. So you just kind of add those as you go, and you can tear more and make smaller pieces or even larger pieces. So I can add a few here and there, and I think you get the idea about Mod Podge and how it works. Maybe you've done it before, because if you have, you'll know, oh, that's super easy. But people who haven't done it before, they're like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared. Why? This is just so easy to work with. And the kids get to make like a stained glass looking jar, and they could use it in different ways. You can even go back over the top of all this once you've stuck it all on there and gently coat it so that it makes it really solid and you don't have any little pieces sticking up. So add that extra coat to it, and very easy. So you can get Mod Podge at a hobby store, but I've even seen it at Walmart. I think you can get it at most discount stores pretty easily. So basically that's the way we go about doing this, and you've got it all filled in and ready to go. One of the things, let me show you on the one we've already made up, is that we tore some trees and we tore the little sign. So there are no scissors in this activity. So I went ahead and tore a tree, and my tree's a little bit large, but it wasn't really hard to tear. The deal is you want to keep thinking V's. If you'll just keep tearing like V's on a trunk, it really works well. And when you add that to it, then you've got the tree pattern. So try to keep it the size for the jar that you're going to work with as well. Now the actual sign, you can tear that yourself. Start with a square so you know about how big you want it to be. And when you do, try it out. Oh yeah, see, that's way too big. So I'm gonna try this size and see if this will work. Is this a better size? Yeah, absolutely. So great way to do that. And you can arrange this however you want. Take all these edges off. And the great thing is now you can come back and you can write give thanks on here and add it right here to your page or to your vase, your jar, and decoupage it right on just like you have the others. And the kids will have that. So what can you do with this? Well, I think it makes a great lantern, and if you get one of these type of battery operated candles, you can drop that in and it would work and on their Thanksgiving table. So it's hard to see with all the lights in here, but you get the idea to do that. If you put a real candle in it, you'd have to have a long stick in order to be able to light it with a match. You could actually pass out sticks to everyone at the table and have them write down something that they're thankful for. And then as you gather those up, you can put them in the jar and draw them out one at a time, and you could read each one and tell the whole family what the family is thankful for. And that would be a really great way to do that too. Say the verse together whenever you're practicing some of these things, just so that we keep the Word of God lifted up and our kids are hearing that over and over. So help your class be able to make a simple give thanks jar that they could use with their family this holiday. I want to challenge you to help those boys and girls get those Bible skills, because the Bible skills are really what's going to help them be able to feed themselves spiritually whenever they get older. And we have things like the Bible Hop Mat here at Mr. Mark's Classroom. It is actually 5 by 5 and it has all the initials of the books of the Bible, and you lay it on the floor and they have to jump from letter to letter. G, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, back and forth, and it's a physical movement game. You can check it out at Mr. Mark's Classroom and see some of the video that we've posted there. I think you're gonna like this game a lot.